video. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about why the NBA needs to be stopped. You feel me? And when I say that, the whole award system, NBA awards don't matter anymore. They're disrespecting the players that deserve the awards but not getting the awards. They're disrespecting, you know what I'm saying, the fans that's watching it. The NBA is kind of losing its credibility as far as the awards, because there was a point in history where you could say that the MVP award was the big thing. You feel me? The MVP award went to the best player every single year. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of voters fatigue or regardless of how dominant he has been, like, it still went to the best player. And I feel like the NBA is getting to a point to where NBA awards are starting to not matter anymore. It's starting to not hold as much weight as it was before. You know, I did some research, and the last person to win the MVP award 3 times in a row was Larry Bird. We've had players that talent-wise are way better than Larry Bird and still haven't won 3 MVPs. You feel me? You have players like LeBron, where he hasn't won an MVP in 10 plus years. Now, you can't tell me since 2012, 2013 that LeBron hasn't been the best player in the league at least 3 of those years. You can't tell me. So the fact that he only has 4 MVPs and not 8 is crazy to me, because he's at least been the best player in the league. Basically half of his career. Jordan has 5. Even with Jordan, he had years where he was in a league of his own. You mean to only tell me out of 19 years, out of all those years, he was only the best player 5 times? And he is the original GOAT. He changed the game. You feel me? As what we know the NBA to be today, Jordan is the main reason for that. You mean to tell me one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game only had 5 MVPs? The talent, the NBA after Larry Bird has gotten better. You feel me? So the players that came after him has gotten better. And Jordan was one of those players. Then you had players like Kobe. Then you had players like Melo. Then, like I said, you had players like Jordan and LeBron. Then you had players like Dirk. Then you had players like KG. And all those players are MVP caliber players. You feel me? Are MVP caliber players. Then now, most recently, you have players like Giannis and Jokic, and now even Shea is in that conversation. You feel me? Now, all those players have won MVPs, but some of those players deserve more than what they already have. You feel me? And I feel like the NBA system, the award system, is rigged. It's not based on performance. It's based on, you feel me, other things, outside motives. It's based on keeping a sense of balance, giving everybody a chance almost, if that makes sense. It kind of shows that the people that's voting for this, that's voting for the MVP awards, it's kind of like they're doing it in the sense of they don't want nobody to feel left out. You feel me? 'Cause if a player lost the year before, it's most likely he's going to get it the next year. And the runner-up for that year is most likely going to get it the year after. It's kind of predictable. And I think that's a bad thing that's in the NBA right now. And I think it just kind of show you how rigged it is, which I kind of think is taken away from the whole idea of the awards. You feel me? Regardless of who was the runner-up last year, I feel like the NBA awards should always be performance-based. If that means a player gets it 10 years in a row, if he's the best player in the league 10 years in a row, he should get it 10 years in a row. I don't think it should be just because he was a runner-up last year and he had an argument to win it, he should win it next year just to make up for that loss that he took last year. I don't think it should ever be like that, because that takes away from the award. It's like giving somebody a participation award. NBA awards, they don't hold weight at all anymore. You feel me? Because for instance, LeBron, where he became the runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year award and lost to Marc Gasol, who wasn't even first team all defense, it kind of shows you like that there's other motives behind him not winning the awards. You feel me? How do you, the person that's supposed to win the Defensive Player of the Year is supposed to go to the best defender in the league. And the best defender in the league is most likely going to be on the first team all defense. Because the first team all defense is supposed to be the best player, the best defenders in the league. You feel me? How are you not even on the first team all defense, but win the Defensive Player of the Year award? I feel like a lot of times where these people are voting, they don't even watch basketball. You feel me? They're going off of who's their favorite. It's not going off of performance-based statistics and who is their favorite or who they don't like. If they don't like that player, they're not going to vote for him. You know, if they do like that player, they're going to vote for him. And everything is based off statistics. If anything, if the players are not able to vote, I feel like the fans should be able to vote. If the fans don't vote, coaches. You feel me? I don't think it should be random reporters. Just because they report for a newspaper of an NBA team, that doesn't give them the right to vote for a player to win an award. Because let's be honest, you have people out here that don't like certain players, and just because they don't like that certain player, they're not going to vote for that certain player. And also, I think that it shouldn't just go off of statistics. A lot of things that players do don't even show up in the box score, like hustle, and like there's no such thing as a hustle statistic. But you know, there's players in the league that made a whole career off of them hustling, but it doesn't show up in the box score, but you see they're constantly on somebody's team. How would that team look without him? Or with him on the court, how does the team look versus him off the court? Like, for instance, Jokic and the Nuggets. When Jokic is off the court, the team doesn't look as great. Even with Shea, sometimes even when Shea gets off the court, the team doesn't look as great. But I think OKC looks better, you know what I'm saying, than without Shea, than the Nuggets without Jokic. Say, for instance, the Warriors. You take Curry, when he's off the court, how does the Warriors look? When he's on the court, how does the Warriors look? It's constantly going through Steph. You feel me? But when he's off the court, the offense becomes stagnant. And I think, you feel me? So he should be in the conversation. Same thing with Giannis. When Giannis is off the court, how do they look? When Giannis is on the court, how do they look? You feel me? I think it should go off that rather than just because he's averaged 30, 10, and 10. Even though those are great statistics, MVP numbers, a lot of times statistics don't matter. I think statistics should play a part, but when it comes down to it, it should always go towards the most valuable player. Will this team most likely win without him? Should be the question. That's all I got for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.